This old Taoist priest could turn almost anything into his 3 daily meals. Using nothing but his hands as a blade, he sliced through a stack of drawings, then tossed the pieces into a pot of boiling oil. With just a casual stir, the paper strips turned into steaming noodles, and the rooster drawn on the paper became delicious chicken. Even the way the old Taoist woke up was unusual. Each morning when sunlight bounced off a mirror and focused onto a bright statue, the heat would burn through a red string. Steel beads tied to the string would fall into a metal basin, and the sound served as his alarm clock. Just then, it happened to be time to offer incense to the patriarch, but he ran into his junior martial sister, someone he had competed with since childhood. Even offering incense became a contest, and every time the two of them came up with new tricks. Today, however, the old Taoist miscalculated and lost to her by a hair, leaving him furious and determined to win back some pride. He focused on a sack of glutinous rice, which suddenly burst into flames. Once he sealed the bag, fragrant liquor began to seep out. Meanwhile, the portrait of the patriarch opened its mouth, waiting for the Taoist to deliver the wine. After drinking, the portrait's face even flushed red. Seeing that the old Taoist insisted on competing with her over everything, his junior sister egged him on. "If you're so capable, then make it rain in this drought-stricken land." The town had been suffering drought for years, and the villagers were willing to pay good money to hire a fake Taoist to perform a rain ritual. Surprisingly, water really did appear, but only because the old Taoist secretly played a trick on the fraud. The old Taoist then stepped onto the ritual altar himself, preparing to summon rain for real. With a twist, he turned an umbrella into a bagua diagram, then conjured a bowl in its center out of thin air. Next, he placed a burning candle on the rain trigram, but the drought position lacked a sword, so he attempted to borrow one from the fake priest. The fraud, furious, charged forward with his sword, but in the next second, the old Taoist swallowed the blade whole. Terrified, the fraud stumbled back, while the Taoist smugly pulled the sword back out and planted it beside the drought trigram. He then lit a talisman and tossed it into the air, followed by shouting insults at the Dragon King statue. Yet the Dragon King remained unmoved, so the old Taoist took out a Taoist ritual tool and cast a powerful spell. Within seconds, dark clouds rolled in, and rain began pouring down. The old Taoist had actually won his battle against the heavens.